How's it going, everybody? I'm here today to discuss with you some other things, some of the questions that you sent me with the global strategies. And I understand that you had some questions, and I want to address those questions. The first question was, what are some of the key considerations involved in moving the manufacturing arm of Acme Widget overseas? And according to Creative Commons, page 169, there's three main key considerations, and it's which activities. Number one would be which activities to perform, and which ones that should be performed in-house, and which ones to outsource, to whom and to where. Outsourcing, we don't want our core competencies that we're focusing on. We don't want to outsource those. We want to outsource other products and services, supportive products and services. Number two, developing the right partnership to support the company's globalization effort. Aligning the interest with other firms within the supply chain will maximize the supply chain performance. This is because each individual company usually focuses on its own interest. And thirdly, implementing a suitable supply chain model into a value creation network. Is this model efficient, and does it add value? Benefits and risks associated with offshoring a major branch of a company. Lower cost. Offshoring to developing countries often gives companies a significant labor cost advantage, according to Creative Commons, page 173, 174. There's also greater flexibility. Networks within an organization often can adjust to demand more easily than the entire organization itself. Another benefit would be enhanced expertise. Some firms within a supply chain have access to proprietary technology, and this can increase the efficiency and production. Greater discipline. Transparency, is better achieved with a separation of providers and consumers. And with outsourcing, another benefit is the company can now focus on its core activities. Well, again, other companies and firms in the supply chain supply goods and services. Outsourcing is largely driven by wage cost differentials between countries. Cost savings should not be the only factor when deciding to offshore. Reliable labor pool, political stability, and legal framework are a few of the other key factors that should be considered as well. Risks. According to Creative Commons, page 178 through 180, risks of outsourcing would be loss of control. When part of a company is outsourced, quality standards and processes can be lost. Loss of innovation. When certain parts of a company are outsourced, innovation can be lost. Technology is one of these areas. Loss of organizational trust. When a company continues to outsource jobs, employees may feel like they're being left on the chopping block, so to speak. They may start to wonder if they will be losing their job next. And higher than expected costs. Excuse me. Outsourcing to politically and economically unstable countries can cause delays in manufacturing due to local policies and regulations. And these delays can cost a company a lot of money. How will outsourcing affect the efficiency of the supply chain? There are functions that have the chance to seriously interrupt the flow of the supply chain, and these are the riskiest to outsource according to Creative Commons, page 176. An example would be to outsource the human resources department of a company. This is a department with copious amounts of personal information on each employee, and as a result, it runs a risk of data breaches and the following legal issues. As well, if this function is outsourced, the quality of employees may be substandard during the hiring process. One of the keys to operating an efficient supply chain is forming strategic partnerships with the firms inside your supply chain. When forming these partnerships, it is important to align interest with these firms, as each company will always put its own interest first. With all firms' interests aligned, this will maximize the performance within each supply chain.